DVD and all that. So hopefully it happens. If not, it is what it is. There's no rhyme or reason about how things operate in the movie business. I remember I've done 9 television pilots. I think 2 went to series, and all these shows were incredible. But sometimes it doesn't come down to quality or what's really good. It comes down to maybe that network had a contractual obligation to another show. That's just the way it is. So when you're involved in an industry of networks and studios, you're under their guidelines and restrictions and instructions. You're under their authority. You're under their authority. So that's why it's kind of fun to do independent features. You get the financing yourself. You don't have anybody telling you, and a lot of times obviously with studios and networks you have to give up quite a bit of creative control as well because they have the money. So I got a project slate. I'm just looking for a little money. I mean, Mel Gibson is a great example of that, right? When Hollywood shunned him, he had a few, opened his mouth, right? So he was kind of blacklisted for many, many years. And he took $30 million of his own money, did this little tiny independent film called Passion of the Christ, which has made, over $1 billion, right? Right? So no restrictions, no guidelines under the studios or networks. And so that's one example out of many where you can, you can think outside the box and do that. Yeah, this is fun. I like hearing myself talk. Yeah. Okay. This must be the security down here. Yeah, okay. Everything good? No bad guys? Okay, all right. What up? Yes, sir, right there.
Yeah, I know as a kid I was waiting for the sequel to come out.
Yeah, the question is he's been waiting for a long time for the sequel. We all have. And there's another little topic about why. I mean, it doesn't make sense. I mean, 38 years ago, I signed the contract to do 6 Flash Gordons, right? So, 20 years later, 25 years later, I think the average is 25, 27 years for a sequel, maybe less, somewhere around there. And usually, when people, so there have been some reputable names attached to sequels. I think Stephen Sommers, Van Helsing, right? He bought the process of a sequel is you buy the screenplay rights from King Features, Hearst Entertainment, who own the licensing rights, and then you have whatever amount of time once you acquire the screenplay rights to pick up the option and actually produce the movie. Now let me just make one thing clear, some more information. It's not about how much money you have. I think the screenplay rights could be a couple million, but it doesn't matter if you're a billionaire. You cannot buy the screenplay rights unless you are proven. You have to be proven as a producer. You have to prove that you're bringing in a proven director and cast, actors. So it's odd. So for some reason he didn't pick up, this is probably going back 20 years, I don't know, he didn't pick up the option. And then Neil Moritz, who did a lot of the Fast and Furious films, same scenario, did not pick up the option. Don't know why. I think he said he did G.I. Joe first, I'm not sure. But usually when people say a project is in development, that just means they don't have the money yet. But here's a situation where Stephen Sommers and Neil Moritz, it was Flash Gordon sequel was in development for a year or two. Flash forward, no pun intended, but right now, I get a call, just like I did from Seth MacFarlane, from another 9-year-old who grew up to be a decision maker in Hollywood by the name of Matthew Riley, who's the VP of production of Fox Studios. About 2.5 years ago, he said, hey, I bought the rights. Again, when I was 9 years old, your movie impacted my life, and I'm the VP of production of Fox Studios, and we are going to do a sequel. So that was turned over to the senior producer, John Davis. If you Google him, he's done a lot of big projects. So he's been in development at Fox Studios for 2.5 years. And John told me, I think about 5-6 weeks ago, that they're still about a year away from doing it. So it is what it is. Do I think it's going to happen this time? I want to say yes, because of the personal influence or the personal attachment that Matthew Riley has on it since the movie impacted his life. So hopefully, I mean, if it doesn't happen for whatever reason, hopefully I'm in a position one day to acquire the rights and just get her done. You know, just get it done, man. Yeah. Right here, Flash. Flash T-shirt, yeah.
As much as you're comfortable sharing, can you talk a little bit about some of the challenges being a celebrity, particularly in the 70s and 80s?
I talk about the challenges being a celebrity. I don't know, you know, I was a Marine before I was an actor. So, I mean, just to keep it real, I mean, I travel quite a bit. I did 3 movies last year. I'll be doing 40 Comic Cons this year. So here's the reality. When I go home, the wife says, "Oh, welcome back. Good job, Mr. Celebrity. But take the freaking garbage out, will you?" Come on, let's get real here. And I'm married, 5 kids. I mean, 2 are married. I'm a grandfather. We're sending 2 more kids to college this year. So that means we'll have 1 16-year-old left in the house. But I'm a husband. I'm a dad. You know, is that the same thing? No, I'm a husband. I'm a dad. Okay, that's different. Once I said I'm a dad and I'm a father. Yeah, no, it's the same thing, Sam. Okay. So I mean, it's the real world. But as far as celebrity status, I mean, I used to read my press. I mean, most recently, I guess you guys heard, I'm in London with my dear friend Lou Ferrigno. They always put us together, which is great. You know, table next to each other. And you know, being the Marine, Lou is in front of his table. He's posing with a fan for a picture. Another fan crosses in front of that fan, accidentally bumps him on his way to my table. And all of a sudden, they're starting to go fisticuffs. They're starting to fight, almost. I get up from my table, I cross, and I step between them. I said, "Hey guys, come on, let's have a fist fight later. Right now, let's just take the pictures, okay?" So I made him laugh. I diffused the fight. Well, what do you think the press did? It's what you read. Lou Ferrigno and Flash Gordon in the Hulk, they get into fisticuffs. I don't, and of course, they show pictures of he and I. Well, the pictures are he and I talking with our hands. Well, he's Italian, and I think I'm Italian. So for 3 days, we're talking like this to each other. Hey, you see that? Was that crazy? Yeah. So I never respond to the press, but I had to this time because, I mean, first of all, you got to look at what it's coming from all the tabloids. What was it, the Daily, whatever, the Daily Post, the Sun, all these gossip magazines. But what was my point? So, what was my point? Rabbit trail.
Talk about the challenges.
Yeah, that's the challenge. Remember where I was. So the press, they never bother me. But all of a sudden, and my wife, she helps run a lot of the social media. But some of the fans on the social media were saying, how can you bring this, another word, how can you bring this crap into the conventions with your fan, ruining it for all your fans? Well, this fan obviously doesn't know me, never met me, nor does he or she know my character. Otherwise, he wouldn't be responding this way. You know, how can you bring this crap and ruin it for everybody else? So I told my wife, I said, so I wrote a really nice message and basically said, you know, I told them the truth, you know, what happened. And I said, listen, all of us have to stop reading things that don't bring value to anybody's life. Yeah, how can you be getting your information from the tabloid, number one? I said, this is the truth. And I had another sentence where my wife deleted it. But I said, for any of you, after reading this, who still want to challenge the truth, I challenge you to a televised debate and this is where I would be on these dates. I'll be in Belfast, I'll be in Dublin, I'll be in Glasgow, I'll be in Scotland. So anybody who wants to challenge me to a televised debate on the facts and the truth, I'm available. And my wife deleted that. She said, no, you can't say that. I said, why not? Come on, it's a debate. So anyway, I left that out. But Lou had the greatest response. He said, if the Hulk and Flash Gordon really got in a fist fight, nobody in the venue would be alive. Therefore, Flash Gordon couldn't save anybody. I thought that was kind of cool. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I never responded to the press, but when a fan who doesn't know me, I don't know how they could be a fan then, but says that I did what I did. I had to respond to that, so that's the truth. But I told that it's the same promoter, because this took place in London. It's the same promoter who's taking Lou and I to Ireland, to 2 different cities, and to Scotland. And I said, make sure Lou and I table it together again, okay? Good publicity there, baby. Good publicity. Next. Yes, sir.
You look like you're in awesome shape. What's your diet like? What's your exercise regimen like? How did you make the transition from 3 years ago?
Oh, okay. Yeah. What's my diet like? What kind of workout do I do? And how do I make the transition from Marine Corps to acting? Let's just remind me of the other two. Let's take the Marine Corps right now. I was playing Marine Corps. I wanted to be a lifer in the Marine Corps. I was in 1972, right out of high school. I started playing Marine Corps football, and I said, oh, I think I can play in the NFL. I'm so good, you know? I'm sure the NFL needs me. So I left the Corps. I went to Seattle, because that's where my grandparents were. I think I was 21, maybe 22. And somebody said, Sam, you better make some calls before you show up, on the field to play with the Seattle Seahawks. I said, no, they want me. So I showed up, and they did not want me. Okay, but